know that emoji where your mind is exploding? That's how I feel right now. Hi, I'm Arielle from Revival Acres, where we grow digital feasts to revive homes, hearts, and your family's health. And today, I'm talking about my 2024-2025 curriculum pick. It is The Children's Tradition by Amanda Foss. It is an embodied education of wonder that takes John Senior's good book list and divides it into the first 6 years of your child's education so you can use it in a very practical, easy, accessible way. Now, before we begin, I want to read a couple quotes that will set the stage for why I chose this curriculum and why I think it's superior to the modern idea of Charlotte Mason. Yes, I said it. All right, but I'm going to begin with a Charlotte Mason quote because I do not think it's an either or. You can use Charlotte Mason principles and ideas alongside this classical tradition, and it will be that robust education. So, Charlotte Mason principle number 20, that's going to be important, is this: we allow no separation to grow between the intellectual and spiritual life of children, but to teach them that the divine spirit has constant access to their spirits and is their continual helper in all the interests, duties, and joys of life. And I believe that is very true. It's an objective truth. We do have a divine helper as Christians to help us gather the wisdom that God has given us in our natural world, in the world that we live in. But this is why I moved away from the purist Charlotte Mason philosophy. And I can't believe I'm saying this because I love Charlotte Mason and I still do, and I'll still use so many things from it. But she has 20 principles. The first principle is the child is born a person. True, I believe it 100%, but I don't think it should have been her first principle. And I think that is the problem. She did not articulate well enough that the basis of our education, the sure foundation, is God. It is revealing the mind of God. That is what we are discovering in awe as we teach our children and learn ourselves. And that is the beautiful truth of the children's tradition and the classical tradition of education that has been lost and now it is found. Thank you, Amanda. So that is my problem that I've been feeling with the Charlotte Mason method for so long, and I didn't know how to articulate it because I still love the Charlotte Mason method. She was wise beyond her years. She had the benefit of being seeped in the classical tradition, although she was part of the Enlightenment, and I think that might have been where she got it wrong or where she didn't articulate it well enough, that the basis of education is the mind of God. I think she believed it, and I think maybe she assumed that we would all begin there, but because we are modern or postmodern or whatever we are now, I don't even know, we do not generally begin at the mind of God. All that to say, Amanda has done her research. She's read the good books, and she has also read John Senior's work, The Death of Christian Culture, The Restoration of Christian Culture, and she took John Senior's list, like I said, and she put it in an accessible, easy format for the modern 21st century mom. The children's tradition, what she does is she lays out a praxis and a way to take these books and implement them in your home throughout the first 6 years of your child's education. So what you get is you get an explanation of why these books are included, how to implement them. She includes purchase guides for every year. This is year 5. She then includes sample timetables for every year. Now, if you have multiple years, you're going to have to adjust this to fit your family, but it's very helpful to get the idea of the times that you need to be spending. And she includes terms. So she has 3 terms per year, 10-week terms, which are my favorite number of terms. It sounds so silly to say. 12-week terms are just not doable. I think you need an 11-week makeup, and then the 12th week can be exams. 10-week terms, bread and butter. For every year, you get grids like this for every term. And my favorite part of the curriculum is that you begin each day at the benediction table, surrendering your time, your energy, beginning the day focused around being in communion with God and with each other. Prayer, singing the Psalms, reading the scriptures, learning moral stories, anything else that you might want to add in there. You begin at a place of rest, communion before the Lord as a family. Education is an atmosphere, discipline, and a life, which Charlotte Mason said, that is her quote, but I just feel like the classical tradition embodies this better. And I think Charlotte Mason knew that and she meant that, but it does not translate well to our postmodern world. And this is the classical tradition that I believe Charlotte Mason was tapping into, but didn't articulate in a way that is accessible to us. And that is what the children's tradition does. And that is why I love it. And I love that everything is cohesive. There's no separation. You are learning about God, the knowledge of God. You're learning about the knowledge of man, and you're learning about the knowledge of the universe. For $100, you can get the curriculum that you can use for all of your children, for all of time, been tested throughout time for years 1 through 6. But if you use my code, Revival Acres, you get another 10% off. Oh, I'm so thankful. I love it. So what will happen is you use my code, you get it for $90. Next year, so this is a beta year, so she's adjusting, and like I said, she still needs to add in the year 6, like the grid format of it. The books are already there. From there, you'll pay the $90 if you use my discount. Next spring, when it launches in 2025, she'll give you a coupon code next year to take off the amount you've already paid from the launch of this curriculum out of its beta testing. Make sure to check out her Instagram reel that will walk you through every piece of the curriculum and show you the books that are color-coded by year, as well as explanations for why she chose those books. Also check out her Substack, her podcast, and her website. I'm going to get to interview her. And so please comment below any questions that you have so I can use those in the interview. I want to make that interview very practical for you all of how to implement or to understand the great classical tradition or the children's tradition, her curriculum. And I'm just so thankful for the children's tradition and that I get to share it with all of you. And I'm thankful to Amanda for creating it and taking this not so new idea, but bringing it back to light for us all to love and enjoy together. All right, comment below, use my code Revival Acres if you want to purchase this curriculum, the children's tradition, for 10% off. See you soon.